Italian journalist Francesca Moreno, who has written extensively about Canada, about world leaders on the world stage, and who's been on social media very, very prominently with many of her tweets doing the rounds on the international circuit, joins me live. Francesca, always good to have you here on India Today. Thanks for being with me. My first question to you, your assessment, of these allegations that now mark 8 days of an escalating diplomatic standoff between India and Canada. No evidence has been provided so far, but this diplomatic showdown continues, Francesca.
My assessment was since the beginning about double standards. First of all, there's a first part. You don't accuse a friendly state and ally to have committed an extrajudicial murder if you don't have proofs. When Turkey accused Saudi Arabia, they showed proofs immediately. I mean, this is the way you do it if you want to. You don't rely on credible information or possible links. This is, not even in play school you do this.
I agree.
The least you can say is irritual. There must be a reason why he did it and why he did it now. The other thing is double standards. It was my first thought. It was the first thought of many people I know. When Karima Baluch was killed in Toronto, Canada, on Canadian soil, he said nothing. Nothing, not a word.
Yeah, not a word.
The Canadian government refused to comment on the death of an activist, not a terrorist, not somebody with red notices of Interpol who never heard, but somebody who was actually been put by BBC on the list of the 100 most influential and inspiring women.
Absolutely.
In 2016. Somebody who had been receiving threats to her life for the longest time in Pakistan and in Canada. The Canadian government had nothing to say, nothing, not a word. And the investigation has been closed within 2 days. And since the beginning, even though she was in Canada as a political refugee, even then, the death of Karima was investigated immediately as a non-criminal case. Double standards, why?
Why do you think this kind of hypocrisy exists, Francesca? Why do you believe Canadian authorities give a free pass to Khalistanis, grant them citizenship, take no action against them? When a democracy, a country of law and order with structures, with a judiciary, with a system in place, has proscribed these people as terrorists, and yet they are protected by Canada. Why do you think this happens?
See, I think there is a political reason. Of course, everybody knows the only reason why Trudeau is kept there in the government is his alliance with a party led by a Khalistani sympathizer. So it's a matter of survival for him. Regarding Khalistanis, we have them in Italy yesterday, 2 days ago in Italy. There's been a huge fight in Pordenone, in a village near Pordenone, between Khalistanis, between Sikhs actually, for the control of the local Gurupara. Huge fight. A group was chasing the other group with swords. The local journalists have interviewed members of the local Sikh community, which are totally scared, and they are saying they would leave the area because these groups are trying to take control. And these groups are the same groups holding the so-called referendum for free Khalistan, for free Punjab.
In Canada as well, yeah.
Even in Italy. They did it in Rome time ago. I mean, after UK, in Europe, in Italy, we have the biggest Sikh community. So they are doing it even.
No, it's interesting, Francesca, that you brought up what happened in that village in Italy, you know, the control of a Gurdwara, you know, Khalistanis fighting with the Sikhs there. Is an opportunity for all of us to remind everyone watching that Khalistanis have nothing to do with Sikhs. Sikhs have no place for the Khalistan issue. They don't need certificates from anyone. The Khalistanis are a tiny, minuscule number of people from a very proud and vast community that is spread all across the world from here in India. So the Sikhs, the Punjabis, require no certificates from anyone. Their pride, their loyalty does not need a certificate from any one of us, and most certainly not from Khalistanis who are looking to manipulate their origins in the Sikh religion to try and fan up sentiments of people of Punjab. It will never work, because we've been reporting from Punjab, Francesca, and I'm sure you've been seeing our reports, and the people of Punjab have absolutely zero truck with the Khalistan issue. It has no resonance, and it never will. It's only being fanned by Pakistan. Now, Francesca, you spoke about Italy, you spoke about Europe. The logical next question that I would ask is, should Europe, Italy, for example, be cautious now because the global spotlight has been shifted onto Khalistanis for a moment now? There will possibly be a push for asylum in countries like yours.
See, of course, the Trudeau stand will serve as a ground for Khalistanis to claim they are persecuted by India. What always makes me wonder is that, you know, we had that famous book in Italy, that Christ stopped the Eboli, written by somebody taken into the Jews, into the Nazist camps. What always puzzles me is that Khalistan stops at Wagah. In sense, these guys are just claiming Punjab, the Indian Punjab.
Yeah.
But nobody always highlights this here, or even in US, Canada. It is not a fight for Punjab. Punjab in the West, many don't know, but it is half Indian, half Pakistani.
We're going to continue to... Francesca, I appreciate you joining me, and especially for telling us, giving us that perspective from Italy, where Khalistanis apparently have been indulging in violence there as well. We'll keep a close track on it, because there is, as Francesca just showed us, a Europe element and angle to this unfolding international story between India and Canada. Francesca, appreciate it. Thank you very much for being with me.